Hello everybody, it's Pro Woody Gamer, and I haven't posted in a while, and usually with these long form videos I do something about Microsoft Flight Simulator or football, but today I was going to go over the topic of this United Airlines 777 landed at Bradley Airport. So if you don't know Bradley Airport, the airport code is BDL. It is in my home state of Connecticut. It is the most major airport here, but the maximum runway is 6,800 feet. And I don't know if I've said this earlier, but it was a United Boeing 777-200ER from Newark to Honolulu. It was United Flight 1559. And it encountered an engine failure when it was I assume taking off, because if you don't know, it took off at Newark to go to Bradley. That's like very short. I'm pretty sure it's like a 3-hour drive, but for a flight it was like pretty much right on takeoff. I think I heard that they encountered this failure at 15,000 feet. So I was just, the reason why I'm making this video is just because nobody's talking about this, and you're probably just thinking, Bodhi, it's an engine failure. It's engine one. There's still another engine. What's the big of a deal? Well, the thing is, a 777-200ER needs 11,600 feet to land. Bradley's maximum runway is 6,800 feet. So they landed on about 5,000 feet less than they needed. So the reason why I know this, because nobody's talking about this, the reason why I found out was because I was on Flight Radar 24, and I'm looking over my house, and I'm like, that's a big plane up there. Then I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's a 777. Let me see where it's going. I grab my phone, I'm like, it is a 777. Wait, BDL to EWR. That's Bradley to Newark. That's a 55-minute flight. And I'm like, I know United Airlines wastes their 777s on a lot of things. Like, for example, this past month, I flew a United 777 from Newark to LAX. And a 787 back. So I knew they kind of waste their planes like that, but I didn't know it was like that. So then I go on the Google Flights, and I'm trying to find a flight where I can take a United 777 from Newark to Bradley, which is a 3-hour drive for me, maybe a 1 hour and a half, and I can't find anything. Nothing nonstop. Only stopovers in like Cleveland, Boston, Philadelphia, and I'm like, yeah, a 777 can't take off and land on that short of a runway. Now, this is interesting. So I go and Google, was there an emergency landing at Bradley International Airport? And 1 month ago, a United Airlines 1559 landed at Bradley due to engine 1 failure. And then I try and find out more. Google's not really telling me anything, so I go to ChatGPT to ask them more about it. So that's how I found out it was engine 1 failure. And then I start to realize, why did they pick Bradley? Like, why didn't they go back to Newark, JFK, even LaGuardia is longer. They could have gone to even Boston. And I'm like, why Bradley? So the reason why they went to Bradley was because they thought that they could indeed land on that runway. And the weather was very favorable at the time, as what I'm looking at right now is that it was 6 knots of wind, which is really, really low. So that's the reason why they decided to land at Bradley, and it ended up being a successful landing with no injuries at all, not even a minor injury. And then I asked AI, so then I asked them, I'm gonna try to think how to say this. Like, how good was this landing on a scale of 1 to 10? They rated it a 9 out of 10, a 9 or a 10 out of 10. And then I'm like, what? Okay, does it make a top 100 emergency landing ever? And ChatGPT said it's the 30th best emergency landing ever. And I'm like, 30th best emergency landing ever? And nobody's talking about it. So I just wanted to make this video to, like, raise some awareness, I guess, about this incredible landing, because then I went and Googled how much runway does a 777-200ER need to take off. That is 8,000 feet. It took off on 6,800 feet of runway. And then I'm like, okay, how did these pilots manage to do this? It's just like Jesus himself. What kind of psycho pilots land 5,000 feet less than they should and take off 1,200 feet that they need? Then, so according to AI, which is like based off, it like does a bunch of research for me. It's really complicated. They landed at 130 knots, which is about 150 miles per hour, and usually a 777 needs 160 knots to land. So they like pretty much stalled the airplane and then like immediately deployed everything: thrust reversers, speed brakes, regular brakes, parking brakes. They did everything, which I think is really incredible. But then I went on Google to go see, and nothing. There is nothing about this flight. But I know it happened because I have a screenshot of it in my photos of United Flight 1559 from Bradley to Newark. And soon I will be posting a video, Rare Signs on Flight Radar 24. It is in one of the parts, I don't know which one. But I just thought that was really cool. 30's best emergency landing ever. Nobody's talking about it. So I'm hoping when Air Crash Investigation Season 25 comes out, that's introduced in it. Because I would really like to see like all the thought process and what is happening in the cabin and the cockpit this time, and what air traffic controllers are thinking. I feel like that'd be really cool. So I just wanted to make this video to like share about it, because nobody's talking about it at all. Even if you Google it, it just like shows you another flight. It shows you U.S. Airways 1549. I'm like, I know the flight number is really similar, but U.S. Airways, United, two different airlines. So let me know what your thoughts are. Please leave a like, maybe even subscribe if you like this aviation content. More coming soon. And I just want to tell you guys right now, my Flying Legend series, which gets the most amount of views, is on hold just because I ran out of emergency landings. That's why I'm waiting for Air Crash Investigation Season 25 to come out, so I can use some of those to make those videos for you, because I know that's my most popular series. So have a blessed day. Please think about subscribing and leaving a like. Peace.